0, 5, 3. But we can have, one sec, we can take index. Ji, let it be J index. It's all of that are bad namespacing. Don't do it this way. But I cannot create something better here. I think more so. I should be no. Or yes. No, this thing should be more. Okay, in any case, it should be one of them should be more. We'll discover which one. 3, 5. Yeah, let's firstly disable this one. So we should have 3, 5, 3, 2, 3, 6, 5, 2, 3, 5, 3, 2, 3, 6, 5, 2, 5, 6, 2, 6. You would think, how have I done that? I don't know. It's some kind of magic. Okay, we just console log that. Does it give us any benefits? I don't think so currently. We have set. One sec. That's interesting thing. Set. Make a set of that. So what is set? If you don't know, set is type. Yeah, that's just a type for which we have only unique things. So in theory, we can just remove first undefined in this way. Or filter that. Do I like this idea? Not a lot, but do you have better ideas? If yes, please write down in the comments. Const. I wanted to create variable that calls idea. Okay, now let's create something better. Set numbers. No. Array numbers. And I quite often mix array with list. Array is in JavaScript, list in Python. So that's, I'm speaking, that's different things, but mostly they're doing nearly the same. Okay, console log. Let's have new set of array numbers. You think I am usually use set? Not at all, but somehow I remember the things. Speed up. Okay, this is something better. What we can have? We can have. Oh, maybe let's have number here. We'll push it here. No, we'll have array numbers. No, we have set numbers. I don't remember if we can push this to set, honestly speaking, but we'll try. We'll try to do that. Array numbers. Set numbers push. I don't think that we have push there, but I think that we should discover it out. And let's console log. What? Console log set numbers. Hey, interesting. What do we have? Set js add, of course, add. Okay, and what do we have? We have the problem which we have list of set of three things, but probably we should not Okay, I have one little bit strange idea as always, but I like such ideas here. It means that my brain is working in some way. In this way, it will be better not to go as map, but to go as 4. But as we have everything working, so we'll just do it this way. Yes, this one will just stand us undefined, etc. It doesn't really matter for us because we won't edit anywhere. But maybe this way, I think it will be better, and we have problem here. Why a number unexpected token? One sec. I see. Oh. Here will be better. I think we also will have the list without. What have you done? You're submitting to. Okay, can you please show me what I had? I just, by mistake, clicked. I clicked just space one. Why it run that? Okay. Set of 6, 3, 5, 3, 2, 3, 6, 5, 2, 5, 6, 2, 6. Great! We have at least a set of that. But I still can understand what does it want us to have. Like, why 2 is more competitive than 5 and 6? Why? Like, the first number should be the last one. The last number should be the biggest one. Subsequence S has a number less than its corresponding number in B. 5 is also less than B. I mean when it differs that. Okay. How I got it? How do I think that? One sec. We define that the subsequence A is more competitive than the second B of the same length if in the first position where A and B differ, subsequence A has a number less than corresponding number in B. Because it's more competitive, because the first position they differ is at the final number. Still didn't get it. Okay, I got only one thing. That 2 should be more than 5. 2 is better than 5, like the first number should be less. Okay. And we should just return a new set. This thing can be optimized, but we won't take that right now. And here is better to not work with map, it's better to work with 4, because we should not return this array. Like, we even can remove this array because we're not using it anywhere and we're just taking the memory that we should not do. Yes, it's not a lot of the memory, but still we were using that. Let's continue further. So what we can also have, we can go with 2, 6, 2, 6, 4, 2. Let's check one thing. Let's go in a loop. For let. Oh, we haven't been using J. Or we can. One sec. Can we go in this way? Jet in off set numbers. Huh? Can we do that? Console log J. It will be funny if it will work. Because it's, as usual, it should not do. It worked. Funny. Okay, we have a list. Is it good? I am not sure. I have an idea. Let's have a variable that calls competitive, the word that I don't like from this moment. And let's be null, because we'll not push array here. We'll just fully change that. So what we have? Competitive, J competitive, yeah, competitive equals to J if. So first we should have if we have competitive, so it's not null. Then competitive first element, and we will have J first element. And what? If competitive first number is the same, one sec, less or more, more, no, less, no. Okay, if it's not, or, like when we will change that competitive to J, when B number and J number will be less than competitive. Great. And afterwards, we should go one more time inside of the list to discover if any other number is less or more. But I have a question. Okay, if we have, for example, 4 or 5, it's more competitive than the first number. The differ is the final number. I got an idea. The first number that is different from the number that was before. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The first number different. Differ. Oh my gosh. Okay. I just make that with another term inside one of the company. In this way, it's a little bit more understandable, but we should have one more list. I don't like that we have 4. How many? 4 loops. That's incredible huge amount. Optimization just goes to the moon, really. Okay, but in any case, let's try to figure out even the first case of that. For let J A of in of competitive. Oh my gosh, and I cannot have any other idea than to check that with one sec. Why we are doing this way? We can have just because I was thinking that we should have list of these and list of J, but why should we do that if we can have just 4? Let it be A, let A that will be equal to 0. Then we're taking A that is more than less than it doesn't matter which take, but let it be J. J length, yeah, probably in this way, and A plus plus. So this will help us to take instantly competitive and J, and we should discover the first number different. So if competitive A, like the A number and like the first, second, etc., is equal, we'll continue because it will be easier for me to realize in this way. But if it's differ, we can have 2 conditions. If it's differ, if competitive A is more, so competitive stays, and if, for example, J, oh no, I mean here more, here less, so which number is less has been taken, so we're changing and then break that. Why should we break that? Because, example, if we have a lot of the numbers and we see the first number different is less than the first number different in another case, we're we should not continue to discover that. We just should discover the first number different from the list. That will be good for us. Something like that. You know, I'm not always sure how such things should work, but let's try to see if it will work. Can you imagine if it will? Huh? But not. Cannot property of null. Of course, but I have a check if it. Okay. If it's not, else we'll just make competitive to be J. Okay, and what do we have? Oh, this case doesn't work. 3, 5. Why 3, 5? We have. Oh, it's interesting to discover how it was working. Let's go. Let's check it out. I think it's okay that I don't understand this one, because I still can understand how does it should work. But probably I finally understood the task that we should do. And if it's how I'm thinking, so if it will work, this thing also should work. In a case it should do, because I'm not very sure how it should work. Okay, let's see what. One sec, it breaks out of this list, all of them, because yeah. So let's discover. A, comma, competitive, comma, J. Let's see where you have stopped. Okay, it was checking a couple of the things. Okay, on the first, so we have been checking 3 and 3. It is the same. Then we have been checking 5 and 2. And okay, let's discover in this way, so it will be also easier. First, second, and 3. Second and 3. Yeah, second and third. Third. I really like debugging that with just console logs. I don't like this debugging things. It doesn't work for me every time. Like, it works, but not always as I want to. Okay, so we can continue. Break. So what does it mean? 5 is more. Oh, it was the same one. Okay, in this way. The first case worked. Can you imagine? But I was thinking that if it will work, it also should work on the second. Why it didn't do? Because we have more than 2 numbers. Of course. Let's check it out how it was working. 3, 3, third. So third competitive equals to J. So J number is less. 3, 3, 2, 6. So second one, like competitive is still small. 3, 5. 1 sec. 3, 3, 2, 6. Break. Then we have 3, 5. Ah, okay. Then we have 3, 5. We're checking. Why do we check? Ah, yeah. Like 3, 5, 3, 5. 5 is 3 is still less. 3 is still less here, and then we're checking this one, third. Yeah, so okay, it works good. Here, whatever it should be. The problem, everyone, we have a problem. We're checking only two numbers. Meanwhile, we should check how many k we have. So how should we do that? J of the numbers competitive, a lengths, we're just comparing two of them. We should compare the least as k is. So k, we should compare not by 2, but all of them. One sec. It should work. Because we're checking here as many numbers we have. And just, so it doesn't matter, it will be 10, 20, so we don't put here a specific number how long it should be, because it can be even 100, so we're not based on the k, we're based on the length of the list. So for example, if it will be 4, it will be instantly working on 4. The problem is here. We add only 2 numbers. Why? I don't know. Okay, probably this logic is right. The problem is here, how we're creating the set, because as I can understand, we're creating the set numbers just by two numbers. Exactly, by just 2 numbers. That should not be. But how should it be? Let's discover what is, okay, nums lengths. That's how many elements we have. I, then we map j and j. If I is less than j index, I should make, I think, here a loop of a lot of the elements. 1 sec. I hope we have approximately 30 next minutes. I hope that we'll done that. Really. So we have a set of elements here. No, we have numbers. Firstly, these numbers. Then we map them. Like j element and index of this j. Then we compare if index is more than we had before. And we're adding j, but I think we should not add j. We should have k. We don't use k here anywhere, and that's the place where I should use k. We should have numbers that will be k minus 1, because first will be instantly given here. Like is instantly we'll put it here. And j plus j multiplies like k on numbers, so it should be I got here. We cannot use that because we're using map, but let's have a list. You'll see. We can have a list. For example, 4. Oh my gosh, it's really very narrow to change the code that has been working, even at one place. Okay, so we have j that is equals to 0. Yeah, j that is equals to 0. That we have been using as gi. Then j is what? 1 sec. Where we have been checking that? Nums. J. Also we'll have the same thing. And let's discover what we will have here as an idea. Nums j console log I j nums I and num j. Yeah, also I just remember that I didn't full answer on the question. I'm not just I'm not studying, but I'm working on a company. I'm working at Meta right now, so that's the full answer for the question. One step. 4 is working. Here we have something better. Oh no, we don't have something better here because we still take 2 and 3, of course. But what do we have? We can have numbers j. We should have just the k elements of this j. I don't like that idea, but I don't see currently any other. We should then optimize that because there is a lot of loops and oh my gosh, that's incredibly bad. So just for you to see that to discover that the second case will work. J plus 1, j plus the first case of course will fail, and the second one also. Why I think it was a mistake. Let's discover what people have to say about that. Interesting to check out. Just know what people are writing here. Let's see. Weird. I forgot to write here. List. Okay. What is the problem when I'm doing that? Am I doing the set of the like if there wasn't 5, like it will work, as you can see, because that's at least for me logically, that I cannot understand how did they take like we have first 2 4 3 3, then I have 2 3 3 5, 2 3 5 4, but how I can have 2 3 4? How I can have 2 3 4, 2 3 3 4, we have 5. We cannot, like, I see as we just jumped over the one. We should sort it? No, we don't. You know what? let's see, maybe anyone have, the answer in this case should be 8, right? And the limit, I don't know. It's interesting if anyone, this question is analog to remove. Hey, one more interesting task. The question is similar to this one. Okay, let's firstly do at least this thing as I wanted to do, to see. Please, anyone who have any ideas, write down in the comments your way of working on that, and how you think it should work, and maybe you can just paste your solution so it will work with this test case where we have 5 in the middle. But the problem that I don't see that this 5 can be here in any case. So given an integer number and positive k, return the most competitive subsequence of num of size k. Okay, and array subsequence is a resulting sequence obtaining by erasing some possible 0 elements from array. We define that a subsequence A is more competitive than sequence B of the same length if it in the first position where A and B differ, sequence A has number less than corresponding number in B. For example, 1, 2, 3 is more competitive than 1, 3, 5 because the first position they differ is at the final number and 4 is less than 5. Yeah, so we're just checking for the first number that is different from the list. There is nothing too complicated. It's just this thing. Maybe we can optimize that, but we're just going by like we're just taking 2 lists and we're just comparing them, like number by number, number by number. Like this thing for sure should be as we have, for sure. I think maybe we can optimize this one. Competitive, we don't have something we're adding, but I think we can optimize also even this thing. Just say competitive to set numbers 0. Yeah, but the problem here, when we'll start competitive, it will try to check between itself. Yeah, so maybe num is better here, because the problem that will be that we have null. It will go for the first element. We'll see that there is no competitive. I will just put it inside that and the new list, and the new element to check. But if we have something here, for example, set numbers 0, the problem that we will have that we add, you'll be able to see, we add competitive. It's true. So like even if we don't will have this condition, it will go through each of elements and double checking that, like 2 is like we will have 2, 3, 4 and 2, 3, 4. It will go 2, 2 equal 3, 3 equal 3, 3 equal 4, 4 equal, and it will take, for example, one of the ideas that one of the people have written, this one. It will incredibly take the time for you to solve that. Like it will take really much time for working on that. So it's better to leave this in this way. What we can do next, we can work with these things. And the problem that I see for me is that we should have something like, even don't know, list of numbers. Okay, let's try to make something on that. For what I inside of that so I'll cheat. Firstly, I'll remove this 4 because 5, because I don't understand how to do that with this 5. It's not logically for me, because we're taking 2 3 3 4 2 3 3 4, but not 5. 2 3 3 4 in the end. Yeah, so 4 3 3 5, 4 3 5 4. But if we want to have 2, it should be from the first start. Then we're taking 3 3 4, not 5. Okay, so for me it will work. We just should put here as many elements as we have. Okay, maybe we can have, for example, a list. Let's start with that. Let m is incredibly bad variable numbers, but I don't have any other ideas currently. It should be done fast, as fast as possible. Nums m. One sec. We have no. No. We have k, right? Num k. So num plus k. 0. For example, we have 2. K is 2. M is 0. It will go the first condition until it is equal, at least. No, more. No, equal. No, let that be 4. How it will first go? M will be 0, mk plus 0 equals mk plus 0. Then we'll have 1 1 1 1 2 2 2 2 3 3 3 3. But the problem here that firstly it should not be equal, should be less. Second one, it should be -1. And what it will give us? Have let array at will have nums1, then we'll push to the numbers, and then we'll put it in the array in this strange way. Yeah, these two cases finally work. Am I happy of that? I'm happy that we finally have the result. Like, we can see it works. I didn't like that it didn't work with 5. Maybe I didn't get something. We can remove this console log, this console log. I don't like how many loops we have here. It's very bad. We have 5 loops. or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loops. Yeah, so it's extremely not optimized. I think the rest of the time we'll spend just to maybe optimize it. But I have one more idea to check. I'm not sure it should work, but interesting to see. Maybe it will, who knows. For example, we'll add this one. Let's add this huge one. But it can, I think it can be harmful for this application. I'll copy this code because I'm not sure what good can be after this testing. Okay, let's run that. I don't think that it will work for third and the first one. Oh, interesting. What do we have here? Value of integer. Oh yeah. Let's run that. The time limit executed. Yeah, so as I thought, the problem with this thing is how long it can work with like this issue. So if you really want to make that from medium to hard, you can try to solve this one. The problem here, because 100, it's incredible number. I don't think that it should really work. Someone has written, maybe it was just a joke. I don't know, but it was just interesting to check it out. Let's go to test results. 4 and 5 didn't work because we have undefined here, and here we have the problem of 2 more also undefined. Interesting, why do we have undefined here? Expected 332. What? We have, oh, it's entirely the same. Okay, so it was how applications have been working, and that's what do we have. What does it mean? It means that it doesn't work as it should be. One more time, I think that the problem is here, and I don't know why it didn't find any else. Let's quickly console log nums. So it definitely works in another way as we are doing that. 3, 4, 5. Let's discover the set that we have. Bytetive set numbers. We have this problem everywhere or only on that place. Undefined, undefined, undefined. 2, 1. I'm not agree with them. So, 1 sec. That cannot be longer. We can filter that out. 1 sec. All undefineds cannot work here. 3, 3, 2, 2, 1. I see an idea. Oh, 1 sec. it could be, it will be done quite easy. We can just filter that, like const filtered set numbers that is equal to set numbers filter n and it's not equal to undefined. No, we should like filter. No, it won't work in this way. Filter. You should return n only in case if n sum I be number equals to undefined. Sadly, it's not of the optimized solution as I thought, but that's probably should work. I think we should convert set to array and then make it one more time set. I see only this way of working on that. Because we don't have a lot of the time, so I'm trying just to solve it out how we can. No, it's not setting that. Continue. Maybe in this way. Now let's discover what we have is in this way. Console log, console frog, and okay, maybe let's just have we have one sec. False for not what I wanted to have. Let's see in this way. And defined false false true true false false true true, and if it's false we return that. If it's false we return it, otherwise not. I understand why it still is not right for us, because if it just will filter those who are not, it is filtering probably. It's one sec. No, 3, 3, 2, 1. Because we're not working on this right one. Done, finally. Yeah, so the problem was with, like, we should do filter our set numbers because we have some undefined, but we better not should filter that. We should have better logic here because we have been just adding, like with this logic, some additional element that didn't exist. So here we should filter that. We could, for example, if it's less than 2, like if it's less than k, like all of those are undefined, we can just not add it to our list. It is one of the possibilities, and we should not have one more loop to solving the task. So it's better to check it here. We can have once more time to check, or better logic not to have in general undefined things. But if we take, for example, this logic, we can just filter if element is undefined, we're not adding the list at all. Like we don't have like this entirely. That is one of the optimizations. This optimization probably, I think this optimization will remove this list loop. This is good. Mostly you should try to avoid all of the looping. So this loop will be removed. I think this thing could be made better without any loops, so we won't have undefined. And these two and these two are still question for me. I think we can work probably with one of them. Yeah, I think. Yeah, maybe we can try in this way. I'm not sure, but yeah, you see. But maybe it will work even without. No, it should. Okay, we should do that double check because here it worked, here not. So